what? Like, what are the boundaries? What are the borderlines?
Bayard, I was on Bayard Mott.
Just Bayard Man,
Yeah.
you just hung out on Bayard
Bayard
Mott.
is only 4 blocks long.
I know.
Bayard Street is not long.
I know.
It's only like 5 blocks
Wait, you
long.
you only hung out on those 4 blocks?
No, that's where we lived. But we hung out everywhere. Pool halls, clubs, we hung out everywhere.
So give us some stories. Like, what happened? Which pool halls in Chinatown you guys hung out?
No, we didn't hang out no pool. There's no pool halls in Chinatown. The only pool hall that was in Chinatown was Soho Billiards on Mott and Houston, but that was way
I
far.
remember that. I remember that. What about Chinatown Fair? Who ran Chinatown Fair?
That was our territory.
That was GS?
Yeah. I had many happy memories in there, playing video games as a kid, innocently, as a child, only to be corrupted, to be a bully inside there a couple of years later.
I was always
that's
told,
all gang members are, bullies.
I was always told to stay out of that place.
Punks. Huh?
I was always told to stay out of that place. Like whenever my mom went shopping and stuff and I went to go play arcade, they're like, no, you can't go in there and play. Stay in the car.
Go shadow hangout.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that. I saw it as a freaking arcade. I was like, why can't I go into the arcade?
No, in the daytime you could back then. In the nighttime you can't. Yo, like, it was so bad at one point that there were so many ghost shadows that Mott Street ghost shadows didn't know who Bay Street ghost shadows were, and we used to like interrogate each other. We're all ghost shadows interrogating each other in Chinatown Fair. What? Yo, who you hang out with? Yo, who's your dalo? What you doing here? Everybody got their hands on their gun waiting to see who says the wrong answer. Like, it was crazy back then.
That was the thing though, right? It was like who you hang out with, right? Or who's your dilo.
Yeah.
So let's say you had somebody pretending to be Ghost Shadow, and then they knew the names, right?
Yeah.
And they just go, yeah, my Dilo is Richie, blah blah blah, right?
Oh, word.
What?
Beep him. Beep your Dalo. That's your Dalo.
You'll tell him to beep him.
Beep him.
And he'd be like, fuck you, I don't gotta beep shit.
Brrr, pop.
Yeah, really?
You get beat up. Yeah. I mean, if it's not that serious, you get beat up. If it's serious, something worse might happen, you know. But
right.
Yeah.
Right. I remember back in the day there was a lot of beef, but it was a
lot of beef. I got shot twice before I turned 14.
No, but
it's crazy beef back then.
Well, this is generation after you, right? There was Grand Street FD and Mott Street FD.
No, there's no such thing as Mott Street FD.
Pell Street, sorry.
Pell Street, yes.
Pell Street FD, Mott Street. There was Grand Street FD and Pell Street FD.
Yes, one was ABC and one was FOBs.
All right, so which one was ABCs?
Pell Street. Most of Pell Street was ABC.
Okay, so the people that we know
spoke English.
Spoke English, right? But thing is, the person I was chilling with, I'm not going to bring up his name, right?
Yeah.
He was Grand Street FD. He wasn't FOB.
You don't have to be an FOB to be part of FOB Dragons.
Okay.
FOB Dragons, the majority of them was all Toisan. I mean, Chinatown back in the days in the 80s was predominantly Toisan. They wasn't the minority. They was the majority. If you didn't speak Toisan or you didn't speak Cantonese, you was the one that was ostracized. Now it's all FJ and Mandarin. Like, nobody speaks Toisan and barely anybody speaks Cantonese no more, because everybody speaks FJ or they speak Mandarin in Chinatown.
Right.
And not just Manhattan Chinatown. Brooklyn Chinatown is like that. Queens Chinatown is like that. It's all different phases of
the generations changing.
Generations changing.
While
the generations are all changing.
Yeah, because while I was undercover out there were different gangs.
Yeah.
They weren't Ghost Shadows no more. It's fine. There weren't Ghost Shadows anymore. They weren't Flying Dragons anymore. They weren't White Tigers, Green Dragons, fucking.
No.
None of these people were out there. So when I was out there, there were no Flying Dragons, TO, TB, White Tigers, GS, MMP, AKA Asian Kick-Ass. Remember that?
Oh, those are my. I got a lot of friends that AKA. I used to always hashtag AKA because I love the acronym.
Even there was some college fraternities that used to be gangs that turned college fraternity. PD Psi, remember them? All right. So anyway, whatever the case is, these people weren't out there when I was undercover, which is like in 2014, 2015 when we met, and the gangs that I dealt with were more organized, right? It was adults with legit businesses, right, that also dealt with dirty money. Meaning one gang was a real estate developer, right, that was building hotels for, a big hotel guy. I don't want to mention his name. right? Another one was that does karaoke's, right? Another one did internet cafes. But the internet cafe one, also their main money was crystal meth and prostitution, right? And human trafficking. The KTV was mostly gambling and marijuana because marijuana wasn't legal at the time. And the construction one was construction by, muscling in on other construction sites and whatever, stuff like that. We're going to get this job, not you. But also they deal with drugs and all that stuff too. So the gangs I saw were different. And the people I dealt with were like mostly the Dailos, the people that were running the gangs, right? So the street kids, I seen a lot of kids hang out, right? But it was mostly like their family members, So it wasn't
Weekend warriors.
Huh?
We call those weekend warriors.
Yeah, they weren't but they weren't warriors at all. They weren't going out doing the dirty work. They were like the capos, They would have kids underneath them.
Okay.
Right? And then their thing is, oh, my uncle is, blah blah blah, or my, godfather is blah blah blah, whatever. They use that kind of stuff. But what the case is, the gangs were formed different. It wasn't like back in the day where you guys had guns and everything and fucking people are shooting each other and stuff like that, or
It wasn't the Wild Wild West.
Right. You weren't doing home invasions. They're not doing home invasions and stuff like that. The gangs now are much more different. They're still out there, right?
Yeah.
Do you still see them out there, or
No, I don't.
You don't deal with them at all.
No,
You're totally out of that
they
life.
don't. Not that I'm out of that life. They don't exist no more.
When you were at that dinner, there was a lot of people that were there.
Yeah, but they're all retired or they're all
No.
living off their old glory days. No?
No, you think they're retired.
Oh. Well, because I'm not in that lifestyle, so I wouldn't
Right,
know. I
right.
wouldn't know.
But they're still involved in
Oh, yeah?
some way. Yeah. Yeah. So, just want to let the viewers know the gangs are still out there. It's just they operate differently now. And, with Richie, we could see how they evolved from one generation to another generation, stuff like that. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, because I really don't see it. And
Yeah, but it's still out there.
Yeah.
The human trafficking part, and all that stuff.
the criminal
all that stuff's
elements
out there.
is definitely still
Yeah.
out there. But as far as like the old formula where like the Tongs had the street gangs do all their dirty work for them and to make sure nobody steps on their territories and stuff like that don't exist no more. There's no more territories now.
No, it does.
It does?
It does. So what happens is now they have the Langs and stuff like that. They're running the underground part of it, where it's like, the drug money, and they're selling the drugs, they're importing the drugs, they're doing the drugs. The human trafficking part, they're doing that too, all that stuff. Some of the stuff actually happens within their legit business, like the karaoke's.
Yeah.
The girls that come in and stuff like that, some of them are human trafficked in, and they'll get the girls to sell the drugs too, or the mommies or whatever sell the drugs. People in the karaoke's buy the drugs and they use it there, right? So it's like a one-stop shop.
Yeah.
But the Lang guys are the ones that are running, like the waiters and stuff like that. They're the ones doing it. Those are the Lang guys.
Yeah.
So that's why you don't see it. But they don't do, and the territorial thing is, you don't come to my place to fuck my shit up. I don't come to your place to fuck shit up for you. So the cooperation is there. There's like a like, what's it called?
A treaty?
Like a treaty, yeah. Where it's like,
Yeah.
yo, I won't step on your toes. You don't step on my toes. We all make money.
Yeah. That's
There's
the
enough
thing.
money
That's
out there
that's
for
a
all of
different
us to make.
mentality, yeah.
Right.
There's different
Instead of
mentality.
beefing with each other, and then all of us get shut down. You don't want that.
Yeah.
So it's still out there like that. But back in the day, it was still fighting for that territory.
Fight for that territory,
Right.
because all your gambling parlors, all your massage parlors is on
Right.
your block. You know,
Right.
so
Right.
you can't be letting other people come on your block to open up shop.
They're still like that now. There's still gambling parlors out there now.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's actually nicer now. Back in the day, it was like, what, a mahjong table or something like that, or like, pai gao table or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Now it's like a fucking casino. You walk into the place and they got fucking blackjack tables, they got poker tables, games set up, they got tournament style, regular, they got freaking baccarat, they got pai
Yeah.
gao tables. Bro, just like a casino, you walk in, you exchange your cash for chips, or you tell them how many chips you want. They give it to you. They write it down, and then you play and gamble. And then if you owe, you fucking pay.
Oh yeah.
If not,
Oh.
all right, give me a week or 2 weeks to pay up. Yeah, it's still out there, bro. It's
Like I said, I'm out of that lifestyle, so I don't really see
a lot
it,
of money.
you know.
Yeah.
And
But yeah, so this is Richie Ng. He's gonna be my new co-host, and we will be back next time to give you more. Comment in the comment section, please. Tell us what you want to hear. If you got any questions, leave them there, and I'll ask them next time we come on. Our future plan is Kenny, calling you out, bro. Mike, set it up, make it happen. You know, let's sit down, let's talk, let's clear the air. You know, he said that there's some misinformation.
It's just,
You know, I don't know, man.
I don't have.
We'll call him out. Big Head, let's come out. Let's do an interview. I see you with your new show. You know, good luck to you on that new show and everything. So, you know, let's get our Chinatown Gang Story fam on here. China Mac, when you come back in December, later on this month, let's sit down, let's talk. You know, and let's get things going. All right? All right, peace, bro. Be safe.